The ongoing debate surrounding the Nagaland Liquor Total Prohibition NLTP Act of 1989 is bringing to light diverse perspectives from various political leaders in the state. Minister KG Kenye's recent comments emphasized the need to frame the discussion as a social issue rather than a religious one, highlighting that while the values underlying the act remain the same, its effectiveness must be reevaluated. Kenye suggests that if the act is found to be ineffective, there should be room for reassessment, advocating for a balanced and calm approach to the debate.
Chief Minister Naifu Rio has expressed concerns about the unintended consequences of the prohibition, such as the rise of a black market, increased criminal activities, and the prevalence of unsafe liquor. He argues that regulation could help ensure the quality of alcohol and reduce health risks. MLA Akumbemo Kikon believes the church should focus on spiritual matters and allow the government to address issues affecting public welfare. He advocates for heeding the majority's voice, which seems to favor abolishing the act.
MLA Dr. Tisil Hutu Urutso calls for a shift from a blanket ban to strategies focused on education, awareness and regulation, alongside support for addiction treatment and promoting responsible drinking habits.
Advisor Kekri Yohom warns against the fanaticism that demonizes alcohol and argues that the fear of societal collapse due to lifting the prohibition is unfounded. He stresses the need to move away from outdated legislation and adapt to modern times.
Advisor KT Sukalu echoes the sentiment that 34 years of prohibition is long enough to assess its impact, suggesting that it's time to reconsider the act rather than ignoring the realities.
These varied opinions reflect the complexity of the issue and the challenges the Nagaland government faces in addressing the NLTP Act while balancing social, religious, and health concerns.
I think the government intends to take in the opinion of everybody, and our people first is that this should not be taken as a religious issue. It is one of the oldest social human problems, human habits, I would say. This is a social menace all over the world. Leaders, governments, and the churches, religious leaders have been trying to resolve these issues. So I think this is not a religious issue. This is a social issue dealing with human habits only. Now we will try to tackle these issues jointly, very collectively. You have seen how the NLTP Act has kicked up the storm, which was really very unnecessary. I must say, I've been saying there has been overreactions from different sections of our society, which was very unexpected. Our obsession with this word called death, I think we have to be cautious about this. Newspapers were screaming about the proposition that the government rightly has to make. If a law is not satisfactorily being affected, then it is for the government to reconsider by way of evaluating how effective or how efficient a law is performing. Thus, it has the desired effects that the government has enacted 3.5 decades back. How is it faring now after all these years? If it is not the government's job, then whose job? But when the government tries to take a relook by visiting an old law, which at least 3 of us in this house were present and voting for that particular bill in 1989 on the 26th of November. Our Chief Minister, our Deputy Chief Minister, Tiazilan, and myself. We have voted for this NLTP Act. And our commitment to this act, this law, has stood. not wavering in the last 34, 35 years. We understand the values that are attached to this Prohibition Act. It has not changed. Neither the reasons and dynamics surrounding this NLTP Act or our commitment and opinion towards this Act have changed. It is not there. But the way it's happening, it is not giving us the desired effect and efficiency to prohibit the sales of liquor in the state. So the government has picked this up and, to elicit the opinion of the public, the general mass, and to start with that, we set the ball rolling for discussion by way of introducing this as a matter of urgent public importance in the Senate this time.